The pandemic brought with it a global change in employment trends, with more people working remotely than ever before. WorkMotion, an HR platform, helps companies source the best talent on a global scale. I'm joined by Managing Director and co-founder of WorkMotion, Carsten Liebtig. Carsten, thanks so much for joining us. This pandemic has created a whole new way of working across the globe, hasn't it?
Yes, first of all, thanks for having me here, Selina, and absolutely true, right? So when the first lockdown hit us, so everybody, both employees and employers, had to go through a very, very steep learning curve. We were all forced to go from one day to another, to essentially grab our laptops and work from home. And what we've learned is that this type of work, actually does work very well, thanks to technology.
Yeah, I mean, there were challenges, but also lots of advantages. What are the main benefits, would you say, to a business of being able to recruit globally?
There's a war for talent going on, so it's becoming harder and harder to find the right talent locally. And I think what we learned through the pandemic is, number one, remote work works. If you think about it, if a knowledge worker doesn't have to sit in the same city anymore, like this person can sit literally anywhere else in the world. And this opens really up a whole new set of opportunities when you can access the global sourcing and recruiting pool.
So how does WorkMotion use technology to enable businesses to recruit the best talent in an efficient way?
Well, we have built an HR tech platform that literally sits on top of a global infrastructure of legal entities. So we have companies in more than 160 countries right now, and we aggregate them and we give access to this network of legal entities to our clients. What does it mean for them? If they find someone they want to hire, let's assume in Portugal, for example, they just go into the software, they choose Portugal as the country, and then our software guides them through like an entire onboarding process for this talent.
So just explain to me more about your global reach and how you achieve compliance on a local scale.
Well, we have built in record time a global infrastructure of legal entities by partnering up with local companies. So those are typically like local compliance partners or agencies that are in the business of employee leasing for years, sometimes even decades. And they do have their local networks of compliance partners, such as accounting firms and law firms. So essentially what we did is we aggregated them under the umbrella of WorkMotion. Right now, we are in a very interesting phase because we are starting to see like very specific concentrations in some of our countries that we are offering. For example, in the UK, Spain, Poland, India, and many more countries. And we are building our own WorkMotion legal entities in those countries.
You say the future of work brings challenges. What does the future hold for global employment trends?
We believe that going forward, temporary flexible work will be like the new benefit for employers to be really attractive as an employer. So let me give you maybe like a quick example. Let's assume someone has a local employment contract, for example, with a German company in Germany, and this person wants to go on a vacation and then work from there for a couple of weeks, maybe out of France. So this is actually a big compliance issue because it's not that simple. It touches permanent establishment risk, labor law, and many other risks. And we believe that this needs to be solved, and that's what we are doing right now. So we are building new products that are accessible through our technology platform, and that will offer temporary flexible work for both employees and employers going forward.
We all want greater flexibility. Great to chat to you, Carsten. Thanks so much for joining us. Carsten Liebtig of WorkMotion. Thank you.
Thanks.